On this episode, leaving compelling voicemails. Hey everybody, this is the quarter show. I got two voicemails this morning back to back. They came through on my phone and I was trying to...
Were they awesome?
You know, look, I mean, here's the deal. I was trying to find them to play them because I wanted to play them on the show.
Oh no.
But you know, they're here's the thing. If you actually want somebody to call you back, and I don't mean, I'm not trying to, you know, get antagonistic on a lot of sales reps or anything like that, but if you want people to call you back, if you don't want people to call you back, then I'm going to tell you how to do that. If you want them to call you back, put yourself in their shoes for a second and think about it, because I know, you know, being the CEO of Richter, receiving these voicemails, I'm just not there. I have no reason, no justification to call them back. And the voicemail basically goes like this. It's basically just, "Hi, Robert. This is something mumbled name, sort of Joseph from ABV company or something like this, let's say. My number is da 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 da. Here's my number. Call me as soon as you can, or call me when you have a chance. Blah blah blah. Again, my number is blah bye." Right? That doesn't work. I mean, that's really crappy, you know. And you want to set yourself, you know, to stand out when you leave voicemail, whether they listen to the voicemail or not. It doesn't matter if they listen to it. If as long as you feel good about the voicemail and you feel like you delivered a solid voicemail, you should be delivering a voicemail on every single call that you make, number one. Number two, you should be delivering a compelling voicemail on every single call you make, because number one, even if they don't listen to it and they just delete it and you're thinking, well, they just delete it anyway, that doesn't matter. Number one, it's a good experience for you. It's good training for you. It practices, you know, you get practice up on what to say, how to say it, and sort of get into your rhythm. So it's very important that you do that from that standpoint. And secondly, when you leave a voicemail, go in armed. Know something about them a little bit. Know something about what you're talking about. Have an idea in your head, you know, and go into that. It might be, I'm just throwing anything out there, but it might be, "Hey John, listen, I was looking at the site and circling back to our previous conversation, I was thinking about this Ruin video that you guys don't have, and you have this trade show coming up, which I believe is on March 22nd. And I think if we had the time when we did this, here's my idea. Anyway, I'm going to follow up with an email. I'm going to put an email in front of you, a couple examples, blah, blah, blah." You go into that and say, "Look, by the way, sorry I missed you. I'll call you back in like an hour and see if I can try you then. Anyway, we'll touch base." But you go, you curate the voicemail to them, make it compelling, make it tailored, and show that you care, show that you know what you're talking about, show that it's relevant to them. They know what it's about, they know how to get to you, they know you're gonna follow up, they know all these different things, and you're gonna provoke a phone call back or an email back or some level of response. But instead what salespeople do is that you consistently create, by leaving a crummy voicemail, an out of comm situation, out of communication situation, unresponsive situation, right? That's being created by you. And
All right. So but here's the thing. There's two people going to be watching this. Well, there's multiple people going to be watching this, but there's going to be the salespeople who can take this advice, who have their own determination as to what they say on a voicemail, and then there are salespeople who are having to read a pattern. Now, I think we
throw
should
the pattern in the garbage. You've got to read a pattern. It's like throw it in the garbage. Do not do that pattern.
Agreed. Now I think we should give some advice on the people who are writing those patterns for those people, because you talk about compelling.
Yeah.
You've been bringing up some stuff the past week or so on what is compelling and why.
You don't read pattern for voicemail.
Yeah.
Rule one: somebody says, "Here's your voicemail pattern." Throw it in the garbage. You don't read voicemail for pattern. You don't read pattern for what. You don't read script for voicemail. If you're reading script for voicemail, do not listen to your boss. Do not listen to the manager. Throw it in the garbage.
And if you're a boss or manager,
if you're in a boss or manager, you're not. This is not workable. You want numbers. You want results. If you want results, you got to train the people to be able to be thinking on their toes when they get a voicemail. Make every single voicemail curated to that person. You can't do that with a script. You know, if you want it to be effective, you've got to tailor it to each individual, and there's not a script or a pattern that's going to do that. It's okay to have a pattern or some basic script when you're selling on the phone. When you get them on the phone, there's things they're going to say, there's things you're going to say. Even that, you want to study it, you want to make it your own, and then you want to, you know, sort of act on your feet. With the voicemail, don't do a script. You have to focus on making it relevant to the person. Be a human, be a human. Think about how humans operate. Think about how humans speak.
And that's the cool thing that we've been talking about, and I've been using on my voicemails lately and in my conversations is the compelling part being like, you talk about curating it for them, right? So what's relevant to them is what they're dealing with. It's like we've said at Richter for forever, since longer than I've been here, is the prospect cares about one thing, themselves.
Yep.
They
What
don't
is
care
their
about
pain?
anything else. Right.
What is their pain?
Right.
What is their frustration? What is their motivation? What are their goals? What are they trying to do?
The goal is not to call you back.
Yeah.
That's not their goal.
Their
goal is what's on their plate.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
you gotta get right to that and be talking about that thing and agitating that thing, sort of getting into that thing, whatever it is. But that goes into your voicemails too. And if you leave a voicemail thinking like just here's my name, here's my telephone number, call me back.
Your phone number and name only matter after their interest is so piqued that they're like, okay, let me get a pen to jot this guy's number.
Why would I
when
call
he
that
says
person back?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm busy. I've got other things to do. Why would I call the person back who just leaves their name and their telephone number,
Their company.
and then they say company name and then they say call me back? Why would I call them back? In my opinion, I'm thinking that's not important at all. Like this is not a priority. It's not important. In fact, just delete.
We usually do that over winter break, over Christmas break.
Yeah.
We'll do a little study in voicemails and
We just
listen
start
about-
going through the voicemails and listening, and I'll tell you, 90 to probably 98% are
Yeah.
utterly terrible.
Yeah. I think we heard one last
Yeah, we had
holiday.
one that was pretty good.
It was really good. Yeah, but the rest were just
Most
like
are terrible.
50 more garbage.
Work on your voicemail game. Don't worry about whether they get it or whether they listen to it or not. Number one, leave a voicemail on every single call you make. Number two, make your voicemails fantastic. Keep working to make them fantastic. Even if they don't listen to it, it's good training, good practice for you. Do it every single time. You'll start getting better responses. People start getting back in touch with you.
You were even saying, I know we got to wrap this up, but I know you were saying like there were times with your dad who ran a couple of very large companies.
Well, that's where I picked it up from.
That it would be mistaken, like your mom would mistake. She'd think that he was like actually talking to somebody.
Yeah, great business guy, somebody who's helped build a large company, and that's where I picked it up from. And it was like he would leave them in a very colloquial manner, and it was actually a conversation when he hung up. It was like, well, that was a voicemail. I thought that was a phone call with a real person.
Yeah.
It's like it's that natural, it's that authentic, and personal. And when you make it that way, it makes all the world and all the difference in the world. So focus on that. Try that. If you like the episode, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe, and then hit that little bell thing to be notified when new episodes come out. Okay. Thanks all.